Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is the last day of the 21-day meditation challenge. So I want to send a great big shout out to Debbra Lupien who organized it and inspired people to come together and meditate for a brighter future, a better tomorrow, and a little connection with the powers that be, if you will. So what I'm going to do is today is February 1st. The meditation challenge officially wrapped up yesterday on the 31st of January, which is kind of neat because the 21 days and then from the 11th to the 31st of February, or of January, sorry, no 31st in January, in February. The best you can do is 29, and that's every 4 years. So, but at any rate, um, from the 11th to the 31st of January, we got to expand and explore our spirituality through the meditation challenge and through doing our own practices and getting into the habits of doing the things that we were doing before. How I'm going to handle things in the future, I have no idea. I'm exhausted, if you want to know the truth. Last night I went to bed around midnight because I was doing this. And then I did the contest, and I'm totally wiped out. So I may take a day off tomorrow. Don't know. Have to see. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and read this, and then I'll pull cards on the other side probably. So here we go. This is day number 21, January 31st, 2026. And I said, as January draws to a close, I am reminded not only music and songs that, like we discussed yesterday, but I'm reminded of a group of monks who are walking for peace. The ironic thing is, 2 days ago, I spoke with Nigel about the hero's journey, or the writing a story with heroes who have put the concept of peace ahead of war, hate, or jealousy. Sunshine says, you mentioned the hero's journey, and this is a physical incarnation of that, of a love that endures the pain, sorrow, and heartache. Contrary to the pain, sorrow, and heartache. These men are the human embodiment of what love, sacrifice, and kindness truly are. I asked, will they stay safe? Will they stay safe? Sunshine says, indeed they will. The people have been touched by them, and no matter what the dark forces will try, the people will have none of it. This is why specifically they are doing this. I said, it reminds me of the story where a character stepped on a flower and was so saddened by it that it brought him to tears. And Sunshine says, sometimes people need to see the lengths that others may go through in order to teach people about peaceful coexistence. Anyone who may be willing to do anything to these monks will have an impassioned people stepping in to protect them. The emotions of the people are very raw right now. The feelings of protectiveness have emboldened people to accept and understand the feelings of the people, and if anyone tries to impose an angry or hurtful idea upon the people, then they will be faced with more than they may be capable of taking in. You see, the idea of their journey is simple. It is about love, about the hope for a brighter tomorrow and a future that people can embrace. People are tired of negativity. They are tired of hearing people whine about the hard luck on one specific person. Even if some of them support him, they are tired of insensitive jerks who laugh at the heartfelt sentiments of others and think that this is going to make them seem bigger. I said, I am reminded of an animated version of the Narnia story, when Aslan walked across the meadow and flowers suddenly bloomed. That is a positive energy I feel with regards to the walk of peace. Sunshine says walking is also a way of centering and finding peace. This is why it is so significant for people to walk. Walking is a powerful way to center one's mind. I said, not very many people do that. Many are quite lazy and have no comprehension about what it means to stay healthy by walking. It took me a long time to learn. I used to hate walking. And Sunshine says, and now? I said, I love it. I love being able to leave all the things that stress me out and walking for an hour each day. I try really hard to keep myself um, moving, even when I am unwell, because I know that it helps a lot. Sunshine says, yes. And as a good close for these 21 days, you can acknowledge not only how much wisdom you gained through these things with us, through these times with us, but you can also embrace the idea that the walks you take each day for the past 200 plus days, that this has been time with us as well. Even when you hear music or speak with your husband, you are also communing with your team. Every thought about the people in your life who have transitioned has brought them into your world, into your consciousness. So even those shorter write-ups or videos, you still have accomplished a great deal in the last 21 days. Now the question to you is, will you continue this? And I said, I want to. And Sunshine says, then there is nothing that can stop you. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I started, and I said, it's now or never, and not just whenever. It actually sounds better in German. Jetzt oder nie und nicht irgendwann. Sunshine says, look at the goals and don't give up your dreams. I said, yes, this is really the lyric to the song. And she says, but the message is clear. You are on a road to discovering your worth. And I said, then I have to continue. And she says, I hope you will. Till next time, my beloved friend. And that's where we start. So that was, yeah, it started out talking about the monks doing the walk for peace. And I want to pull cards on them. I got a message from Kathy yesterday. She also pulled cards on them. And I have not read the message yet because I wanted to savor it. So I'm going to read that sometime this afternoon when I get my chores finished. But I really want to pull cards and see if there's any similarity between what I get and what Kathy got. And since I haven't read her message yet, this will give me the ample opportunity to see how much we parallel in our thoughts and ideas about this. Because I think that this is, I think it's better than just reading on something that I've already read. As far as so I will read Kathy's message after I do this, and then we'll see how much it parallels. Could be interesting. I haven't really been following the story about them, but I've been hearing, bits and bobs about it, as Libby says. When people talk about it and stuff like that, the readers and intuitives are talking about it and they're mentioning it and stuff. And then yesterday I started reading articles and stuff about it, and I just thought it was really amazing. So these guys are really, really phenomenal human beings. And I'm really very, very happy that they're doing this because I think it is something that will lead people to think about all of the things that are really going on. So here we go. Let's give these a good mix. This one. So, okay. Sunshine says yes. And the first card out is the moon. Now, one of the things that they talk about with the moon is they talk about there's a domesticated dog and there is a wolf. And the wolf is howling, which is, when the moon is full, the dogs will howl or the wolves will howl. And for me, this is about them not howling per se, but about them spreading a message. And that there's a message that's very valid and very important that needs to be shared. And that message is about peace and about mutual understanding and about not letting the evil, dark energy inflame us. And one of the people that I hear often said, observe, no, don't absorb. And I think that that's a very valid point. I think that's something that we need to really, really focus our energy on observing what's going on, but don't absorb it. Don't allow it to engulf us and overtake us. So this card is about a message that is being shared about peace, love, and acceptance. It's crossed with the Death card. Now, this is this is jarring. I just got I just got shivers as I pulled this card. Um, the Death card is about endings and beginnings. Let me do this. I'm going to read the description of the moon and then the Death card, and then we're going to see just how let's see, court cards, let's see, where is it? Okay, here we go. Okay, the moon card. It says, pay attention to your dreams and your intuition. Face your fears, even if you do so a little at a time. Attend to your soul. So, yeah, your soul wants love. Your soul wants that feeling of connectedness. Okay. The Death card. It says, spiritual growth brings pain. All things must die in order for transformation to occur. The loss hurts. The loss hurts. Mourn in a healthy way and prepare for the next phase. So I'm getting the feeling that the monks are reminding us in a very profound way that we have to embrace our own spiritual oneness, and that in order for us to reach out in love and hope, we have to dismiss the pain and the hurt and the jealousy. And yesterday I talked about jealousy a great deal because I think jealousy is what causes so much harm and hate to spread, is because people want what other people have, as opposed to just accepting and embracing what one has. So this is about letting go of that. The underarching energy is the Page of Cups. And I'm just going to read in here for each of these, just so that we can kind of find that balance here. Page of Cups. You are experiencing an emotional situation, one that you probably don't have much experience with. You have the strength of your convictions and present and imperturbable face to the outside world. Page of Cups can indicate a message, usually pertaining to a romance, a creative artistic project, or an emotionally charged situation. Well, there's nothing more emotionally charged than seeing, in a positive way, seeing monks walking for peace and trying to obtain that prosperity and that, or not prosperity in that sense, but a prosperity of love. And that's also a prosperity. That's also an element of prosperity. So what they're doing is they're finding a creative way in which to express the positivity that they emanate. In the immediate past, you have the King of Pentacles. Well, I think that speaks for itself. The King of Pentacles is the big fat orange problem, or the people that are like him. And what good does that bring to anybody? You can't make a negative experience positive by focusing on negativity. Just because -1 plus minus or times -3 will give a positive number does not mean that negative plus negative equals positive. It doesn't. Negative energy reaps negative consequences. Negative attitudes reap negative emotions. So you have to find the balance. My husband just said lunch is ready, so I have to hurry up here. Overarching energy is a Judgment card. And this is people making their balanced decisions. I don't even have to read a book here. This is people making a balanced decision about what's going on. The monks are doing this. They're creating peace through a passive attitude and a emotional emotional draw to create peace. That is what they're doing. And that's what people are finding. That's what people are determining through that. In the immediate future, you have the Ten of Swords. That is the end of something bad, the start of something good. That's what as bad in the negative sense. End of the negativity, start of the positivity. You have to get rid of the negative in order to bring about the positive, and that's what they're showing us. Internally, we have the Five of Cups. We're disappointed, we're sad, we're sorrowful, but there are 2 cups remaining. 2 cups are still upright, and that is the positivity. That is what you can take away from this. 2 cups still remaining, and the monks are going to show us that the positivity is still there. Externally is the High Priestess, and I pull this up here. The High Priestess is pay attention to your intuition and recognize that there are different ways of knowing. While the stars and planets of the night sky can be charted and understood rationally, the same sky inspires us ways that is foreign to our sense of reason. Yeah. So some people, this may be this whole the monk's walk for peace may be strange and unfamiliar to them, simply because they don't know what to make of it, and so they have to find what to make of it, because before anything can change, people are going to interpret it, and they're going to find what it means and what it represents to them. Hopes and fears is the King of Cups. And this little book is really quite useful. It's a lot better than the cheat sheet because it does give me a little bit more meat on the Okay, King of Cups, you have built a good business or career for yourself and likely have a stable, loving family life. But there is a longing in your heart. In gaining power and accomplishments, you have lost touch with your creative side. Seek an artistic or creative outlet and maintain your emotions. So yeah, they are showing us through this action, they're showing us how to find our creative side. If we've lost it, they're showing us how to find it. They're showing us how to reconnect with that part of ourselves that we have lost. And I think that that's very powerful. And I think that that's what their major intention is. They want people to recognize that peace is stronger than war, and that love is more powerful than hate, or love is more powerful than fear. The final outcome is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands says, Queen of Wands says, your passion is quietly contained, ready to burst out at any minute. You are seeking an outlet for your energy, such as a new project or helping someone with an exciting undertaking. You're not adverse to public admiration as a result of your skills and brilliant personality. So basically, the Queen of Wands is telling us that this may be new and this may be something exciting, but it's coming forth and it's going to burst forth to us, and we're going to experience something that's called akin to joy. And that's what they're teaching us. And that is what they are trying to tell us. I may go deeper into that tomorrow or the next day. I may just pull cards and see what what they have to say. But right now it's lunchtime and I really am hungry. So I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to say have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here for the last 21 days. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and for being here and for being you, because you are a power in this world and you are a force to be reckoned with. So take care, stay strong, and as always, namaste.